Hello, welcome back. We are continuing with the Fanhome Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord build. Unfortunately, my last video cut out at the end. You need to put in the shock absorber into this connector piece, and then you're left over with a spare screw and these bits for a future assembly, which I believe we are now moving to. We are moving to part 64, which is going to be not part 64, sorry, part 66. We are moving to part 66, which is the outer body of the saber-toothed tiger. And here we have our part. This, I can already tell, is done out of the die-cast metal, so it is a solid piece of the body. And we get 2 screws there. Okay. So, moving on from the previous assembly, we take left side of the body and our connector, and this presses in like so. This comes and rests there, with the right side coming over for assembly here. It says, yeah. So, the first thing to do is get this lined up, because come on. Okay, you might need to twist this around a bit to get it to fit. Let's see if that does it. Okay. So that needs to be like so. So that presses in like that, and then this clips over like so, supposedly. Why is it not connecting? It's doing. There we go. That's pressing that in. Interestingly, this wasn't done in the previous build. It seems to be part of this issue solely to give this step a little more work. Always bothers me a little bit when that happens. I don't understand why some stages just can't have fewer steps, but it is what it is, I guess. It's just annoying to have to, especially when you've got to keep screws back for future issues. Then this comes up and will rest into here, supposedly. So this will supposedly come in like so. It wants us to physically ensure everything is tucked up inside the body. Nice. So these instructions are awful as always, and I believe our PM screw is to go through the second screw hole. Yes, I believe it is. So that will come in, take our PM screw, that's it, and then that screws in like so. There we go. That is our leg and body parts connected. Moving on, we get to part 67, which is the last of box 7 as well. So part 67 sees us continue with the body. So let's see what we are doing. Oh, careful not to lose that. These bits. And cups and our screws as always. So open our screws, try not to lose them all. There it is. There we go. Right. So we need to get our Zord, and we take this piece and it will come and clip here and clip into retrieve the dinosaur, lift the left inner structure so apparently this should just clip out. Have that for a second. There it is. Oh, yeah. You want to clip those in. They clip in to the bottom of the assembly here, and clip over like so. And then we need to make sure that these pins also push in like so. Don't like how loose that body is. I'm presuming there's nothing I can do about that, because that was the issue we were having with the connectors some issues ago. So that's a little disappointing. Hopefully it won't affect stability too much when we're in Zord mode. It's something we're going to have to keep an eye on at the end of this, I believe. And then we need our 2 PB screws. These will come in and screw into our screw holes here and here. And that's one. And here is number 2. Then we put this one to one side for a moment. Then we need our covers. One, two, and three. Right. Okay, so we have this is number 2. Retrieve final assembly from the previous issue and place the 2 screw hole covers over the circular So this will, so this screw hole cover will cover here. Mentions to use a drop of glue on each of these. I just want to make sure this is going up the right way first off. I don't think that is. There it is. Right. Okay. Definitely isn't clear on how it wants to go in, which is annoying. Definitely not going to be that one. No. Those 2 will definitely go either side there, so this one should in theory come in and just flip over. Ah, there we go. So you want to push it right in. The bigger lip goes on the outside and they will line up either side there and there. That one shouldn't need any glue. It's tight enough. These 2 will definitely need a drop of glue each. So let's give one there. And place that into position. Yep, one, and then the other side as well. Two. That's those 2 bits done. Then this piece comes in and will connect and screw in with our inner frame. So it's a case of making sure the screw ports all line up and clip together and that our leg is free to move. So you then want 3 screws. Screw 1 is going up here, screw 2 here, and screw 3 there. Yes. Screw 1. This is definitely shaping up to be a big Zord. I don't think when I started this I appreciated how truly massive this thing was going to be. I mean, you look at this saber-toothed tiger. We can now see the full size of this thing. And then the third one. Okay. There it is. So that is our left side. We now need our various cover bits. So initially we take our cover trim, and this will slide in like so, apparently. It will just slide in like so. Oh, that's a tight fit, but in theory, I'm not going to glue it yet, but I think eventually I will end up gluing that piece. It's easy enough to push out. While it takes some force to push out, it could in theory be pushed out. This piece will come here and clip over. And yeah. That won't unclip, that's all fine. This one should come in. That just pushes in like that. And I believe this piece will go here as our final assembly point. And this will come over and fit like so. So there we have the left side of our saber-toothed tiger all fully assembled. You can see it is a sizable beast now. So the saber-toothed tiger will is just shy of it's actually 15 inches exactly from claw tip to tail. This obviously doesn't include the gun which acts as a tail, which we'll obviously install later on. That will, if you have it folded back, will obviously affect the length. Moving this into leg mode, height wise it's going to end up sitting at around 10 inches. So the leg alone is 10 inches plus the Tyrannosaurus leg piece which connects in. So yeah, it is going to be a giant beast once fully assembled. It looks like that we next move back to our Mastodon. Otherwise, that will be all for the saber-toothed tiger for the time being. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay safe. Until next time, may the power protect you.